Pause, dudes. 40% fascist. Nice. Become fascist, my dear Kingdom of Hungary. It'll be good for you, I promise. If you just need pen power to conquer land fast and some cav experience. I haven't been to tanks, so those two were tractors. Yeah, they were just tractors, that's all. Mountain men! Come here to our our only division that's actually got, you know, mountain troops. Whoa, okay. Yugoslavian requests sale of airplanes. Realizing a strategic weakness, the Yugoslavian Air Force initiated a crash program to modernize and expand its force. Significant money reserves have been set aside to cover the purchase. A commission is traveling around. All the ones you go first. Gain. You want to do that? I want to. Divert fighter production to cover their order. Production cost plus 10%. I don't think so. I mean, we want that consumer good factories minus 5%. That would be good, right? Send 25 tactical bombers. Okay, we'll do it. We'll do it. Maybe it's a mistake. Maybe Brosmeister's leading me down an evil path. Hey, Denmark. It won't be really good. I mean, it won't be really good. It'll be terrible. You just led me down an evil path, Brosmeister. You did. Shame. Shame on you, sir. Hey! Yeah, we've moved past. We're not constructing our synthetic stuff anymore. Ooh. Synthetic refineries. +3 and +5. Let's go there. Yeah. From the place that starts world wars and doesn't get blamed for it. What do you think he will do? True. True, pair. You are obsessed with Eastern Europe, Brosmeister. Like, in CK2, you always start up here. Unless you're Ethiopia. Unless you're, you know, Abyssinia down here. And Dominion of Canada. Oh, let's call the Dominion of Canada. How's Japan doing? They've taken some land. They've taken some more land. They're eating away. I didn't say that. I said Eastern Europe-ish. I mean, you start over here in CK2, but... Oh, we got lots of stuff. Modify government. Free dockyards. Doo-doo-doo. Apparently, yes. I can see that. Like, I don't know why we're producing 2 but sure.
Ihre Befehle?
Yeah, you guys. Go here. Go bolster them over there.
Ihre Befehle.
Interesting. Da 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 da. Paratroopers. Interesting. Da 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 da. So this is just motorized infantry is what these guys are. Interesting. It's just all mobilized infantry. And you guys are just regular infantry. Huh. Typists. Air warfare, air doctrine, air experience. rockets research. Army experience, land doctrine. Uh-huh. Oh, we got another dockyard. Cool. Let's add you so we've got 4 on all of them except for that one, but that's the same as that one, so whatever. Neutral, sign the opportunity to get social. So I could try and change military factory construction speed. Ooh. Captain of Industry. Yes. We'll go with you. We'll be a captain of infantry. I think that sounds like a good idea. I mean, I could be wrong. But that's what I'll do. Consumer goods. Factory space consumer goods. These is filled by civilian factories only. 40 factories where 36 can be used for trade. Okay. We're building more factories. 33 factories? Okay, wait. Indian National Congress triumphs in provinces elections. Do votes really change anything? Not in Deutschland. Oh, I hate Tibet. I hate Nepal. So, align Hungary. It's 8%. The craziest thing until only a few years ago. Pilots and crews of American aircraft internated in Switzerland were not considered prisoners of war by the US government and didn't get a Purple Heart. What? Somehow, though, that doesn't surprise me. Hey! Details! Done. Thank you. Align Hungary. Let's go with Align Romania as well. Let's get them in our... we could easily sway them further. Yes. Romania. 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 Because you guys are, you know, mostly not aligned. Huh. I guess we'll see if we can fix that. Interesting country. Huh. Wait, wasn't Love and Cake Gaming gonna do Hearts of Iron 4 last Saturday? 2 days ago? He didn't though, did he? They changed their faction in the middle of the war? You know, that never goes wrong. That never ever goes wrong. Sweet, it's 1938. We've progressed. We started in December of 1936, and we're into February of 1938. We've gone for over a year. That's pretty awesome. Actually, I think I'm only going to open for this for another 30 minutes, guys. And then I really want to play some City Skylines. Like, I really do. Let's turn over Gravestone. And damaged a tree. Interesting. Okay. Play reparations for it. Turn over Gravestone and damage a tree. Huh. I want more panzers. I want balls of panzers. So how does this work? Like, interesting. Create empty? Huh. Interesting. I don't know. It's also had a civil war, which is interesting. Ooh, you really think we're gonna attack you, huh? He's like, I don't trust Germany. I'm standing on my borders. If I came down here and pushed one civil war, the rest are wars between independent states. I think like we're doing okay with the infantry. I think when these gets built, I'm gonna stop making quite so many of them. Czechoslovakia was like a really dumb thing before World War II. Okay, Brosmeister. Rest of wars between. Oh, Perry. Yeah, because Perry, you're from Switzerland, so you're explaining your own history. We got Pear over here. We got Brosmeister over here. And they're both just chatting. That would be kind of... Considering, like, most people from Sub Sunday are... Hey, dudes. Auto-saving! Cool. Cool beans. Thank you, peeps. Let's keep actually sorry once. Where am I? Timborals, you are Canadian if I remember correctly, I think. Right? So are you American? I thought you were one of the other. I could be wrong. I get confused. I mean Canadian, American. Shoot twice and go home. Okay. Deutschland. Da 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 da. Do 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 do. Hey, Italia. North American. That works too. Yeah. Canadian. We're all garrisoning. I love how they're all like, we don't trust Germany. We're standing on, you know, our borders. And I'm just like, boop-a-doop-a-doo. Let's just go stand all over the place. This was to say a half for another, but 2 slots there or something. I'm getting hungry too. There's a pizza in the fridge.
Bereit zum Ausrücken.
Yeah. Go here, dude. Thank you. Hey. Oh, no one else. Okay. Ba-dum, ba-dum. Why was that a thing? Canadian! I mean, I forgot that Newfoundland was still part of Britain at the time of World War II. Well, you know, that's why they speak so funny up there. Newfoundland. Hey, Communist China has capitulated! Ooh, whoa, okay. Japan is eating. Remember in the time of World War II? Yeah. Yep. And that's Queen Elizabeth II. She spent, I mean, even when she took the throne after her father passed away, like, the empire still never set. And even now, there's still a lot of parts that are considered part of the Commonwealth, even though they're not directly ruled. But isn't it down here where, in Nigeria, where the Queen traveled? I don't know. I don't remember. It was one of these countries. Oh, is 300 meters? Oh, you mean for firing? Pair? Hey, mustache man. Oh, we're pause. Let's unpause. Ghana. Okay, yeah, that's what's it. Oh, come on. Treaty of Yan'an. Japan took 5 states. Gyeonggi Click was annexed. Chibi Shan Free State was puppeted. Chinese Empire was puppeted. Whoa! China's a puppet. China's a puppet. Okay, China. Improved machine tools. Yes, please. Chinese Empire, the fascist communists. Okay. That's not good for us. Resource gain efficiency. Ooh. Let's do that. Actually, Wehrmacht documents that say that the amount of soldiers in the Swiss army is misleading because at the time 8% of all Swiss men were in the Marksmen's Club. Yeah. That's true of any army. Well, any army where you have, or any country where you have required military service. Like over here in Korea, in South Korea, it's required to spend 2 years in the military. Well, it's like 20 months right now, 19 months, something. Like each politician that gets elected promises to lower it, and they've lowered it some. And even after they get out of that, they still count as the reserves. They still have to go and do stuff for once a year to prove that they're still combat ready. My husband was stationed somewhere up here. He doesn't like to talk about it. And then he got the chance to go to Iraq, and he took it because it was better quality of life for him than staying on the border as a ground pounder. Yeah, armed neutrality. The Swiss are like the epitome of building tall. Oh, hey, radio detection. Nice. That's we're way ahead of time on everything. Oh no, this is not way ahead of time. It's 1938. Radar stations. Ooh, research. Let's do that. Let's get the 235 days. We'll do it. Service and at this. Yeah. So you have both. I'm talking about the one I'm more familiar with. That's all, pair. That's all. I'm really getting hungry.
Angetreten.
Integrate war economies. Effective. Hungary is in a faction with German Reich. Add 4 military factories each to German Reich and Hungary. So all born males have to undergo some military training. Huh. Well, I don't know. Yeah, well, the thing, Army Nerd, is going to Iraq meant he was on a U.S. military base. He walked. Sorry. He walked into a PX, and he was amazed by the variety of things available. Because literally, the little PX that they had access to, and they got basically what amounted to $100 a month in Korea for military service. The low-level grunts that are just serving out their mandatory time, they get about $100 a month. That's it. It's garbage pay. They have to put their education on hold. I mean, he learned how to repair trucks. He's a nurse. It wasn't even stuff that was useful to him that he could apply to his life. And yeah. Air innovations, add bases. Not sure what I'm gonna do. I kind of want to do air innovations because I want to get rockets eventually. So which means we should treaty with the USSR. Must approve the agreement for bonuses to take effect. Reduce ahead of time penalty by 100% or gives a 50%. So not ahead of time. Yeah, do the Anschluss. What's... Mm-hmm. Yep. He got more money going to Iraq, but it wasn't much. That is one problem with, you know, the fact that they've been at war and it's required military service, is they don't have to treat those that only go in for their 2 years very well. And they don't. Requires Rhineland Germany's full independence. Effect army experience plus 10. Uses Austrian gold. Research Eastern claims. I mean, I guess I'll go for Anschluss. Alright, let's go for it. I shouldn't eat almonds on stream, because I get, like, one of my molars is, I always get an almond stuck in there, and it's annoying, and I can't die.
Alright.
You, join them.
Achtung!
Soon to become the roaring tiger in the room, killing everybody around you. Soon. Soon. Mm-hmm. Yep. Yep. I know. Or no, sorry, pair. Yeah. I don't know what CHF is, but yeah. Yeah. Switzerland's also a very different country from Korea. They were not devastated by a war 50 years ago after being pulled out of a farming feudal society, kicking and screaming by their conquerors. Like, no, and Italy usually does the Stahlpakt. Mm-hmm. No idea where's my store. I mean, you can Google. Alright, we're going. We're getting Anschluss. Anschluss. We will... Cool. Hey, we got free dockyards. I guess... give me those subs. Dive bombing. Awesome. Ground support. Yes. Before the 2 world wars, we were one of the poorest countries in Europe. I'm not denying that, but you guys also weren't devastated. Does that make sense, Pear? Have you, like... One thing traveling around Korea is even the old buildings, like in Seoul, you can visit some of the palaces and stuff. As an E4 with 3 years, I got, yeah. Yep, I know about the U.S. Military service, considering my grandfather's retired lieutenant colonel. And then all my parents were in for a number of years and stuff. My dad's, I mean, my mother's buried at a national cemetery, so... Yeah. Okay. And pause. And... my father visits a VA hospital. Oh. Not for the reasons you would think, because of war or anything, but yeah. They have good, my husband and I have talked about the fact that if we have a son, because our kids will have dual nationality, as long as my husband's still Korean when they're born, or even if he's not Korean, they will have dual nationality if he gives up and takes American citizenship. They'll have dual nationality until they're 18, Korean and American, then they have to decide. And so they'll have 2 passports and everything. Sure, go for that. And he's basically going to tell them that if they want to join the military or whatever, they should give up their... Do not join the Korean military. Oh, congrats. That's a lot of bombs. Huh? There's double the amount of bombs dropped in the Korean War compared to the Second World War in Europe. Yeah. South Korea was devastated. There was, where I lived down here, in this area, there was a little, museum that was an old, it was a nobleman's house. It was an old nobleman's house that showed, you could walk through, it was actually a free museum, but it was entirely rebuilt. They had old artifacts in it, and it was all marked out. It was rebuilt entirely where it had been before, as far as they could tell. But it was all rebuilt. It was all new construction, and they just rebuilt it in the traditional methods. And then there's fire extinguishers everywhere. The same is true if you go to Gyeongbokgung in Seoul, which is one of the old palaces. It's all rebuilt, and there's images and pictures and things showing, like, this is what it looked like. And this is, you know, we've rebuilt, and here's the map, and here's what we're continuing to rebuild. They're still building it. They're still building it back up. And they're trying to do that to show off Korean culture and everything, and to rebuild these places. Part of them were destroyed because Japan was like, oh, it's a symbol of Korean nationality, so they took it apart. And then the rest of it was just destroyed. And like this thing. Wait. Son Goku and yeah, so it's all rebuilt. I mean, Busan was the only city that was not destroyed entirely by the war, and that's only because the North Koreans didn't actually get into Busan because the way the mountains are and stuff, and they were just blockaded until, you know, we came in and helped. Okay, that's funny. You can walk between those. That's funny. Tell system with one being Swiss, you have to do a military service in the other country to make the mandatory service in Switzerland. You have to do? Oh. But, Korea doesn't allow dual citizenship after 18. I don't think US does either. So our kids have to decide. And my husband's basically like, if we have a son, I'm gonna tell him horror stories, because if he wants to be in the military, that's cool. But become a US citizen, take US citizenship entirely and join the US military. Much better quality of life. I did US citizen in my company. I mean, aren't they thinking of changing that? Changing what? Brosmeister. The military service in Korea? They keep talking about it. But it's to the point, like, it's such a conscious fact that if anyone hasn't served their service because for some reason, it's considered almost shameful at this point, even though it's a misery. And it's also created a bit of a gender divide too, because women aren't forced to do the service.